Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stina Smiles. This is the corner of the internet where we talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. Today, we're mainly going to be talking about witchcraft, so exit the video now. I'm doing time inside of a place. You know I'm not these depths of my mind are stone. Just kidding. Please don't. Before we hop into witchcraft, I want to talk about the movie that I watched. The movie I watched on TikTok this morning. I watched a full movie on TikTok. 3 parts. I watched a full movie. An Adam Sandler movie. Grew up on Adam Sandler. Love Adam Sandler. It's Hubie. I watched the movie Hubie and it was a great time. They said it's the worst movie ever and they're right. It was amazing. It had Noah Schnapp. I feel racist for not knowing his name, but Cameron Boyce's brother from Jesse. Mug of the day. Morning Beautiful. Has my detox tea in it. I'm going to be completely honest. It detox. Tell you what. I'm gonna be really honest and say I already recorded most of this, but it came out terribly so. And I forgot to put my light on, so we're here anyway. I got about like 3 drinks of that tea left, so it's probably gonna be a short video today. The mom from Modern Family was also in that movie. Yep. Hubie. And like the whole end of the movie was spoiled before I started watching it, but it's really good and I kind of want to be Hubie for Halloween, but I feel like that's like I feel like that'd be the most expensive cheap Halloween costume ever. It was a good movie. And apparently what's that movie called? Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore 2 is out. So I'm excited for that one. They said Cameron Boyce has a little cameo in that movie as well on like a little TV screen. R.I.P. Also, China Anne McClain was in Hubie as well. And also Ray Liotta. That movie's been out for like 5 years and I've never seen it. R.I.P. me. It was a good movie. Anyways, continuing on. This video is supposed to be about my witchcraft. And the deity that I found most recently, Ishtar. Good morning, good bless. Turns out she's sassy. And she likes Dochi. And I think she likes Callum Hood too. I think that I don't know where, like, it's a really blurry line right now where I end and she begins. But she was showing me all of this new music. You know what, guys? As much as I believe in witchcraft, I would hear these people talk about their deities basically the same way I'm talking about my deity. And I I was always like, shh, this sounds insane. And as soon as I started talking about it, act like we go way back, bro. Like I've known her since elementary school, dog. Yeah. But this is basically going to be a whole story about how I found Ishtar. So, I was talking to some people that I work with and apparently they're witches. And I was like, "Yeah, but how'd you find your deity?" And they were like, basically they gave me an example of Jesus Christ being a deity, which we'll loop back around to tell you what. But after that conversation, I got into I started googling I started googling videos of what it feels like, or what are the signs that somebody is calling out to you, what deity is calling out to you, what are the signs that deities are calling out to you. And then the first sign that I went and ran with was angel numbers, because I've been seeing angel numbers every fucking where, absolutely everywhere. 333, 222, 1111, 1234. I love when I get that one. I'm getting my birthday, 313, and most importantly, I'm getting the number 5 and 8, 58, 85, 508. 508's a main one that I get a lot. And I always get 508 when I look up at the time on um the street that is the 11th. So the 11th street at 508. And I always end up looking up at that street because I'm usually like, my face is stuck in my phone. But um this specific day, I googled what deities are associated with 5 and 8, 58. They said there is no deities associated with 58, bitch. And I was like, okay. And they were like, but 5 is associated with Aphrodite, 8 is associated with Poseidon. I am a Pisces, I am water, brother. But also turns out I have a lot more Gemini in me than I am water. So learn something new every day, I guess. So from then on, I was like, okay, Aphrodite's calling out. A little basic bitch answer, but it is what it is, okay? The stars don't lie. So I started looking into Aphrodite. No, I didn't. I wasn't satisfied with Aphrodite. Okay? I was like, that can't be, it can't be simple. It can't be that simple. So on my way home, I was walking down these patch of rock. It's like 50-foot patches of rocks, just a bunch of rocks sprayed out, trying to cover an old railroad. So I was walking by and I saw a crystal on the ground. Nice, beautiful rock, okay? So I Googled the picture and in a whole bunch of different angles, and they came up with a crystal quartz, like some kind of crystal quartz. What deity is associated with crystal quartz? They said, can anybody take a guess? Yeah, that's right, Aphrodite. So from then on, I was like, okay, sounds like it's Aphrodite. Okay, we're just Aphrodite as bitches over here. So I started googling Aphrodite, 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 Aphrodite. They were like, Aphrodite actually is a branch off from Ishtar and Inanna, who's also the goddess of love and war and power and sex and fertility. And I was like, okay, cool. She's from Mesopotamia. I always loved Mesopotamia when I was in school. That was the most fun unit in 6th grade humanities, was Mesopotamia. So I carried on with my life, and then I took a quiz. I've been taking a lot of like witch quizzes. It's like, what kind of witch are you? Are you a witch? What direction, or like which are you a witch? Is you a witch? Can you be a witch? What type of witch? And so on and so forth. So I took up a quiz that said, what deity do you belong to? Fast forward 5, 6 minutes later, I got Jesus Christ. We'll circle back to that, okay? I was kind of expecting Aphrodite because I have bad spiritual juju with Jesus Christ, okay? I don't like the Christian community. Well, the fake Christian community that pushes their religion on everybody. And even though I'm sure witchcraft and paganism is some type of religion, I would still say that I'm not religious. I am in a spiritual cleansing of sorts, but my journey is not to be religious. I was disappointed with Jesus. I was like, fuck, just going around in circles here. Continued learning about Aphrodite and Venus, and then the actual planet Venus, and what signs Aphrodite will try to give you if she's calling you. Didn't really line up. It's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't see any seashells. I'm not called to the beach. Who do you think I am? I got home and I talked to um I I was trying to ask who my deity was. I was like, "Are you Aphrodite?" And I used the method of pendulum. But human pendulum. I'd be the pendulum. I'm closing my eyes, standing as straight as possible, focusing my center to the middle of where I'm standing. I'm not trying to move. Going forward, that's a yes. Being pulled back, that's a no. I said Aphrodite. She said no. I said Venus. She said no. I stopped and I waited. I said Ishtar. She said, yes, bitch, you got it. And I was like, holy fuck. Nice to meet you. What's your name? What's your sign? How are you doing? Just kidding. I didn't say any of that. But I started looking further into Ishtar, and it turns out she's the queen of heaven. And she birthed Easter. Ishtar? Easter? She was. She went down to fucking the underworld to talk to her sister. She was there for 3 days and 3 nights. And then she was resurrected back up. And a whole bunch of other spiritual, mythological, Jesus Christ stuff that I could probably learn, but I don't want to. But it explains why I enjoy Easter because when I was younger, so 2020, I was like 20 years old, I would make my family, everybody in my family, a big Easter egg with like marijuana and money and candy and all of that jazz. I would make them a big Easter egg for them to have a little Easter, like just make them a little Easter egg. And I'm like, that explains why I like Easter like that. Cause like, I'm not making a big deal for Christmas. I'm not doing all that stuff, but Easter, yes. Synchronicity. Too, because Jesus, the first time, they said she basically is Jesus. And I'm like, fuck. Because Ishtar probably wasn't in um that lineup, on the quiz. They're not being like Aphrodite, Jesus Christ, Ishtar, goddess from Mesopotamia. So after finding out who she was, the next day, I posted a video about her on TikTok, and this girl in my comments said, Anana. Anana's great. And I'm like, period, she is. But I accidentally on my video caption, I accidentally misspelled Anana. I said Inana. Anon. Anon. I don't know. But I was wondering, I was like, if Ishtar is Anana, why does she have two names? Turns out Ishtar doesn't want to be called Inanna because Inanna is an old bitch name, and that's just me, okay? And I already told you she liked Dochi and Callum Hood, right? Pretty sure I did. But she said Inanna's an old bitch name. Don't call her Inanna. She's not no Nana, okay? She's only 40. She's only 4,000 years old. And she's like 40. She's like I don't know. Guys, I feel so crazy talking about this. The day that I found out her name was Ishtar, I came home and I made a bracelet to try to meditate in and work on my tarot cards. But she said she didn't say anything. She said my crush was cute. She understood, but she also said that he wasn't the love of my life. She also said that somebody else was. I can't trust it right now. I can't trust it. Actually insane. Anyways, continuing on. The following day, which was yesterday, I was picking out an offering for her. I was like, a nice glass of wine. And I was accidentally calling for Hecate to pick her wine. And none of the wines there was matching the words I was saying. Then I realized that I wasn't calling for my right deity, the right deity. Hecate is not my deity. As of now. Ishtar says, and then I was calling for Ishtar to pick her wine. I was like, Ishtar, pick your wine. And then I was going through and I saw this wine. Beautiful, adorable, cute little green bottle, crown on it. And I picked it up and I bought it. And on my way home, I was like, did I just buy some wine to make me feel special? I ended up reading the label. It was a seductive wine. A seductive wine for the goddess of love? Yeah. It also, obviously, the crown. She was the queen of the heavens. Stella Rose is connected to love, and she also, my goddess is the goddess of prostitution. So if I open an OnlyFans, don't come at me, bro. Anyways, continuing on. What's her name? I googled it. They said green was one of her many colors. I don't know if that's true. You know how Google AI is always lying to you. Um. Oh yeah. And her 8-point star was on the bottle. Sparkling, bubbly, Stella Rosa, a sensual, seductive wine paired great with cheese and fruits and desserts. And I was like, girl, and whoever buys wine to read the back of not me, to read the back of the bottle? No. Yeah. So I gave her a glass of wine. Also, when I found out her name was Ishtar, when I found out who she was, I realized that there was like seashells and roses, and I have a picture. It's not a picture, it's like a drawn picture of my naked body up on her altar right now. Yeah. Sorry for being so boring. Song O today. Don't Forget You Love Me by Callum Hood. If you made it this far, drop a follow, comment a like, and share this with your mother because your father is not going to like this video. They're going to think I'm crazy. All the other videos, I'm sure you could share it with your father and probably not to your mother. But this video, share it to your mother, especially if she's into the witchy, crazy, bruja. Also, I'm trying to learn what my culture, like what culture am I? Because I'm just like American. My mom's like native Mexican white. My dad's black. So I heard we were Jamaican. My mother is French. My grandmother is French on my dad's side. And I was told that both my mom and my dad have witchcraft on their side. But it's not my father's black side, it's my father's white side that has witches. So my French side, and I'm guessing my native side, is witches. Because I believe my grandmother is white and native, and my father is French and black. So I might be a white woman, guys. Cut the cameras.
Bitch, I'm fresh like